And welcome to today's first round game as part of the MIAA Division III. The 13th ranked Sacred Heart Saints against the number 4 ranked Abington Green Wave. Please direct your attention to the field for the introduction of the players and coaches of our playoff teams. Please welcome the head coach of Sacred Heart Softball, Maureen Bruninghouse, and assistant coach John Olson. The reserves for Sacred Heart, number 2, Marissa Maddie. Number 6, Olivia Zapolsky. Number 10, Madison Olson. Number 13, Elizabeth Lombardo. Number 21, Jojo Goyette. Number 25, Christina Fantoni. Number 26, Gianna Youssef. And number 27, Caroline Amadon. And now the starting lineup for the Saints. At first base, number 24, Emily Finn. The left fielder, number 8, Christine Mason. At shortstop, number 11, Emma Barnes. The second baseman, number 23, Elizabeth Herm. The right fielder, number 17, Lauren Hanna. Third baseman, number 5, Olivia Kennedy. On the mound, number 9, Sam Latini. The catcher, number 16, Peyton Cavanaugh. And in center field, number 7, Ariana Murphy. And now please welcome the players and coaches from Abington High School Green Wave softball team. The head coach of Abington Green Wave softball, Kelsey Cheney, with assistant coach Kristen Reardon and team manager Michaela Littman. Our reserves, number 4, Lily Jackson. Number 6, Chrissy Williams. Number 34, Meg McCann. Today's starters for the Green Wave, in center field, number 2, Lauren Kelleher. The shortstop, number 23, Vicky Seppala. At first base, number 24, Jordan Needle. The catcher, number 5, Corin Mahan. At second base, number 3, Mackenzie Bailey. The pitcher, number 10, Casey Strobel. The right fielder, number 9, Griselda Burke. At third base, number 1, Mackenzie Cahill. And in left field, number 25, Victoria Becker. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you now please rise or remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem. Committed to good sportsmanship, citizenship, and responsibility are the trademarks of high school activities. Your display of good sportsmanship during today's game will help encourage America's youth to accept the responsibility which freedom demands. We thank you for your continued support of the student athletes from Sacred Heart High School and Abington High School.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. Welcome to the first round of the MIAA softball championship for varsity. It's Abington versus Sacred Heart. Here on a lovely day out behind the ECC, or Beaverbrook, whatever it's called now, in Abington, Massachusetts. Heard Sean Riley there give opening introductions and playing the national anthem. Well, he didn't play it, but it would have been impressive if he did. I'm your host, Chris Burgess. Right now you see Abington warming up. Playing Sacred Heart. Baseball played them yesterday, and well, it ended well for Abington. You can put it that way. See if Abington scores a repeat performance today, or if Sacred Heart can redeem themselves in a completely different sport. We'll find out. And it looks like we got our first batter up for Sacred Heart.
Leading off for the Saints, the first baseman, number 24, Emily Finn.
I don't know if you heard that or not. It's Emily Finn, number 24, first baseman for the Sacred Heart Saints. Up at bat, leading it off on this, quite frankly, beautiful day. It's an amazing day for softball, for any sport, really. I guess except hockey, and we got a grounder out to the shortstop, and that's an out for Abington. Right off the bat, starting off strong. Here commentating, I don't know what I'm doing.
Left fielder number 8, Christine Mason.
Christine Mason up next for the Saints. It's a low one. That's a ball right there. Yeah. We'll see if there's more of yesterday, or if Sacred Heart will take down Abington today. Maybe we'll get revenge. I don't want to jinx it, but maybe it'll be 15-0 Sacred Heart. Another one out towards the shortstop for another out. That's 2 outs early in the game for Abington. Big momentum here, right off the bat. No pun intended. Or pun intended, screw it. It's one hitting the Beaverbrook over there. Trying to dismantle school, one softball at a time. Just chisel away at it. That's a foul ball. Out towards this way. Hey, can I? Can you go back to the station and get another battery for me?
Yeah, sure.
Because that one's low and the extra one I brought doesn't have much, like it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So can you do that for me?
Yeah.
It's the Ford Fusion out there.
That?
Parked right out there. It's the second one from the right.
Yep. Pretty sure I'm gonna roll up with my license. Make sure I'm legal with this.
Thank you, man. It's Andrew Roy, friend of the station. Good friend of the station, baseball player. He was at the game yesterday. I totally missed that last out as I asked him to run that favor for me. But I'm sure it was interesting. I don't know how much of that got picked up on the mic because I don't have headphones with me. Yeah. It's a beautiful day out here, like I said before. It's like, I don't know, 70s, 80s. Some clouds in the sky. I don't think it's supposed to rain. But I'm not Al Roker. I don't know the weather. Got a slight breeze. That shouldn't affect the game, but you know, it might. There's a lot of variables in the world of softball. I don't know any of the other ones, but there's probably a lot. Another big turnout for this game today. Far more than previous softball games that I've done. If you can see back there, the bleachers are basically full. Bleachers behind me got a good number of people. We have people just chilling on the ground, out behind home plate. They're on the stairs at the ECC. It's full to the brim. Everyone wants to see this.
Leading off for the Green Wave, the center fielder, number 2, Lauren Kelleher.
Lauren Kelleher leading off for Abington. She's a center fielder. You heard that from me and not Sean Riley first. Sean's always stealing my thunder. Again, Sean's a good friend of the station. It's all love, all these jokes I made yesterday and will probably make today at his expense come from a place of friendly ribbing, not any ill intent. He's a great dude. Haven't heard a single bad thing. I don't think anyone's ever had a single bad thing to say about him. Anyway, we got 2 balls, no strikes, no outs, bottom of the first, nothing. It's weird not being able to hear myself, but honestly, it's kind of nice. I don't have to hear how stupid my voice sounds. Anyway, that was a bean. Take her base. They got a runner on first. Number 23, the shortstop, Vicky Severo. I didn't fully hear how to pronounce her last name. She bunts, runs to first, and is safe. Lauren makes third. It's a nice single / double. Starting off the game well. We got runners on first and third.
At first base, number 24, Jordan Needle.
Jordan Needle's here, going up to bat, number 24. Can she bring him home? Hopefully. Abington's got a lot of momentum, and she's stealing home plate for the first run of the game. Stole second and third. Incredible softball here. Incredible athleticism. Great decision making, all that stuff. A lot of momentum in this first inning. I feel like I'm yelling. Someone else is stealing home. For another run, that's 2-0 Abington, the bottom of the first. I believe there was only 1 hit so far. So that's a good ratio, I'd argue. But I'm no statistician, so I don't know how that matches up against average or whatever. Playing with fire here with the battery. It's getting pretty low. It's another low one. That's ball number 3. Still no outs. Still 0 outs. That was a walk. We got a runner on first again. Yeah, Corin coming up next, number 5. The catcher, Corin Mahan. It's another one that's a ball. Jordan just stole second. A lot of stealing going on. Probably can't leave my car doors unlocked around this softball team. Come back with nothing. Find my car on cinder blocks, all my tires are gone. I don't know. I don't know where that bit was going. It's another high one. Jordan steals third. Keep backing away from the camera to get some more. Hi. Hi. All right. Little dog over here trying to attack me. Little dachshund over here, so cute. Anyway, I don't know what happened while I was over there, putzing about. Jordan just stole home. So that's 3-0 Abington. Still no outs. Still the bottom of the first. And we got a little timeout. Looks like we're getting a pinch runner, I believe they're called. Number 6 is now running in place of Corin.
Now batting for the Green Wave, second baseman, number 3, Mackenzie Bailey.
Mackenzie Bailey, number 3's up, second baseman for Abington. You got a runner on first. So far, it's been pretty good. I don't know. I don't have any other in-depth analysis for you guys. While they have their little meetings, little powwows on the pitcher's mound and by third base. Is powwow racist? Kind of feels like it is. I don't know. Did Native Americans actually call them powwows? Is that the origin of that word? Or am I just being, I don't know, intentionally inflammatory, trying to cause controversy as I stutter like Porky the Pig? I don't know. I'm just, I studied film. Not an expert on race relations in the U.S. I don't know how we got on that tangent, but Mackenzie Bailey, that's a ball. See if I can adjust that shot, make it a little bit better. We're sitting here along the third baseline. Pretty close to the, almost right on the foul line. A little bit nervous some might come my way. Take out the camera. That'd be tragic. Gee, it's a foul tip behind her. Bounces off the snack shack. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes currently. Still got that runner on first. Kind of surprised she hasn't stolen yet. Seems to be a common theme in this this match. Another foul tip behind her. Still 2 strikes. Still 2 strikes, and most importantly, no outs. Abington's played pretty aggressively so far this inning, and I guess by extension this game. It's really working for them. Pinch runner just stole second as I was distracted. It's giving you the basics, giving you the run, and all the information you need to know. Come straight up. I really got to stay closer to the camera to catch these hits, because Kenzie just hit one out deep towards center field, and we got another run in. It's 4-0 Abington. Still the bottom of the first, still no outs. It's looking like it might be closer to yesterday's baseball game. It's a high one, that's a ball. Trying to take some heads off, I guess. Casey Strobel's up. It's another ball, this time low. 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. 4-0. Bottom of the first. Abington. I don't know, I'll just give you the bare minimum. Speak in half sentences. Only the information you need to know. I guess there was a strike in there. I didn't realize. Now 2 strikes, 1 ball. I was mistaken. Ignore that last count. It's one out towards shortstop. Looks like safe on both ends. Runners on first and third. No, was that an out? Guess that was an out. First out of the half of the inning. First out. Sacred Heart softball managed to get on Abington. We got Griselda Burke up next. Looked like a strike. Looked like it was in the strike zone, waiting for that the old trusty, what's the word? Scoreboard? Waiting for that scoreboard to update. And it's 2 balls, no strikes. There was not a strike. That was a ball. The first one was a little bit low. And that's a grounder out towards shortstop. Griselda ends up on second base. We got a runner on second now. A nice double for Griselda Burke. In the bottom half of the first inning, 5-0 Abington. I think I mentioned it was 5-0 earlier. If I didn't, it should update to 5 now. Future Chris, when you're editing this, be sure to update it. I'm just gonna start leaving notes to myself in these videos. Like, hey, don't forget to pick up paper towels on your way home. Future Chris. Anyway, we got 2 balls, 1 strike. It's terrible commentary right here. Just too nice. I keep getting distracted. I'd be at the beach. And Griselda just stole third. Might be able to see here on the far left-hand side of your screen. Maybe not. That's the third base coach. It's bright out here. I can't see the screen. Anyway, that's a walk, I believe. Runners on first and third. Get a little dog. Little puppy over here. Once a puppy's involved, all bets are off. I'm not paying attention to anything except the dog. So, she went out towards third. Everyone's safe. Error at first base allows her to be safe. Scored another run, 6-0 Abington. Bottom of the first. Still can't hear myself, so I don't know if this sounds good. But hopefully it does. That's a high one. That was a ball for Lauren Kelleher. And runners just stole second and third. Just a lot going on. Keep my wits about me. Can't be slacking. That's where all the problems come from. That's another low one. That's a ball. That's a second ball, I believe. Thank you, man. Oh, fuck, are these the right ones?
I think so. They fit in there. What do they do? I couldn't find the other ones.
Oh, you couldn't?
There was no other ones there.
All right, I'll see if this one works again later, and we'll figure something out. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Thank you. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Billy might have the other.
Oh yeah, Billy just steals them.
That's probably why I couldn't find anything else.
Number 23, the shortstop, Vicky Cephala.
And I got Vicky Cephala up. Base is fully loaded. Totally missed that. Happens to everyone. Still got 1 out. Perfect time to bring in a couple runs. That's 1 run in. Brings it to 7-0 Abington.
Number 24, the first baseman, Jordan Needle.
Jordan Needle's back up. First baseman for Abington. First base woman, maybe. I don't know what the proper terminology here for softball is. Try to be gender inclusive here at Abington Cam. Everyone's welcome. Happy Pride Month, everybody. Anyway, we got 3 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Here at 7-0 at the bottom of the first. That's a walk. That's another run in. 8-0 Abington. It's 8 runs in a single inning. That's pretty impressive, if I do say myself. Looks like there's some deliberation going on over at home plate between the umpire and the Sacred Heart coach. What exactly are they deliberating? The world may never know. And the catcher's there too, but I feel like that might have just been because she was standing there or kneeling. This might be a quick game, folks. I don't know what the if there's a slaughter rule in softball, but we might be approaching it. Looks like a rule book's being consulted. So I could zoom in. Now 2 umpires are consulting one another. We'll see how this plays out. Looks like there was a catcher change for Sacred Heart there. So it's a move I don't think I've ever seen done before, substituting catchers. Or it's probably happened, I just haven't been paying enough attention. Tends to happen a lot to me. Well, we got another uphill battle for Sacred Heart. As these pitchers warm up. I got someone just laying in the grass, kicking their legs behind me. Not positive as to why. And I think she just heard me talking about her. So I turned around. So that's awkward. Sorry about that, folks. Sorry about that, folks. I had to take a sip of water, and then I ended up choking. Anyway, if you forgot where we were last time, before all the deliberation and whatnot, we have full bases loaded, 1 out, no balls, no strikes, 8-0 Abington, bottom of the first. This has been a long inning, and one gets knocked out towards center field. Almost a home run. Would have been a grand slam. Would have been incredible. But that's another 2 runs in. That's 10-0 for Abington. It's those of you keeping count at home, that's 10 runs in a single inning. It's not exactly unprecedented, because I remember the last the game versus Hull. I don't think they scored 10 runs in an inning, but I think it did end at like 15 or 17-0 or something. Like, it's frankly absurd. But I shouldn't talk too much smack about the other teams, because we're broadcast all over the South Shore. So if you go to Sacred Heart, I sincerely apologize if I offended you. That's another ball. It's 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. No, yeah, 2 balls, 1 strike. I was correct, as I usually am. And we got another one out towards center, right field, left field, whatever side I'm on. It looked like another run in, so it's 11-0. Abington. Bottom of the first. Casey Strobel's up again. I believe we've gone through the entire lineup at this point. Still only one out. That was a ball. It's 2 balls. I'm like 5 feet away from the camera. I should be closer so that I can pan at a moment's notice once these hits start coming in. Start being on the ball. It's another high one. That's a walk. Bases loaded yet again. You got a dog barking in the background. This is my co-commentator. I got Griselda Burke up next, number 9. Can she bring them home? That's a yes. That's 1 run. It's another run in. That's 12-0. Abington, the land of beavers or whatever. It's like Manamuskegon. This is the Native American name. It's like the land of the beaver or something. I don't know. I know a lot of dumb facts about Abington from living here for so long. That's not a dumb fact. I know a lot of, in the grand scheme of things, useless facts about Abington, as I'm sure everyone here does. So when am I ever going to need to know that? We're not famous enough to be on Jeopardy. We aren't important enough for that fact to be relevant at any point. Or maybe we are. Not to insult Abington, but we're a small town. And Mackenzie Gale's up. We have 3 balls. Bases loaded. Nope, 2 balls, 1 strike. I was mistaken yet again. The egg is on my face. The metaphorical egg, of course. And it's foul ball. It's 2 strikes now. Full count, full bases. 12-0. Still early on in the game, really early. In fact, it's still the bottom of the first. In case the thing at the bottom of your screen hasn't reminded you. That's a walk. That's another run. That's 13-0 Abington. It's left fielder Victoria Becker. Victoria Becker's up next, saving me from having to make some comment about Sacred Heart. It's a bunt, and that's another run in. That is 14-0. Base is still loaded, still 1 out, still the bottom of the first. This is quite the game of softball for Abington. Numero dos, Lauren Kelleher up next. I don't know what center fielder is in Spanish. Espanol. Senora Fry didn't teach me that when I was in high school, so thanks for that one. It's a low one. That's un ball. Uno ballo. It's just racist. I feel like adding just O to any English word to make it Spanish is just racist and somewhat unfunny. Oh my God! It's another one deep into the field, almost over the fence. It's another run in, 15-0 Abington. Vicky Seppala's up next. I kind of want to see someone just knock a homer so we can get a grand slam and then call it a day, hopefully. I think might be a good luck try. I don't want to say anything, but It's another run that I totally missed there. It's 16-0. What's on Sunday? All right, 16-0 Abington. Still the bottom of the first. Lobs went out to right field for another run in. That's 17-0. I should just have a soundboard so I don't even have to say anything. I can just hit buttons and it's like another run, ball, strike, and then it's like different combinations of counts. So I can just really phone it in and just chill, sip a mojito or something. Hey, that's an out. It's a single, but runner at home got out, so it's still 17-0 or 16-0. I don't know what it was last time. Scoreboard currently says 17, but I don't know if that's right. And it's 2 outs. 17-0. Still at the bottom of the first. Bases loaded. It's been a common theme through this. Bases loaded have to be definitely have to be on my soundboard, so that I can just, hit it. Apparently these bases gonna stay loaded. Stay loaded, presumably for the rest of the game, however long that may be. Still in the bottom of the first, can only go uphill from here for Abington. Yeah. And that's 3 outs. Brings us to the top of the second. That was a long first inning. Felt like we took a journey there. But it's 17-0 going into the top of the second. I'm gonna change this battery. Presumably. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, we'll be back after these commercial messages. And we're back, top of the second. Haven't missed anything. You missed 1 strike. It's over there trying to kill her own fans. That was a foul ball into the visitors' fan stands, whatever they're called. Bleachers, that's the word. It's 2 strikes. Hits 1 into the infield. An error at first leads to Sacred Heart's first. I don't know if that's the first. Is that their first run of the game?
That's their first on base, I think, yeah.
Yeah, first on base of the game. Asterisk, maybe. Don't remember. That the bottom of the first was so long, I just kind of forgot everything that happened before. It's a strike. And that's an out over in right field. An out that I was not prepared to film for whatever reason. I was over there like 5 feet away from the camera staring at my phone like a true professional. Because, that's at Abington Cam, we only hire the most professional people, obviously. Still 17-0 at the top of the second.
Now batting for Sacred Heart, the catcher, number 9, Sam Latini.
playing a dangerous game with this battery right now. It's on low, and the backup I brought for whatever reason doesn't work. So it's at a time like this that I have to ask, is there a slaughter rule in softball? So that if it does die, it doesn't, do anything crazy. Foul ball. 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the second. You know the score. I don't have to repeat the score to you guys. You can see it in the bottom, probably right-hand corner of the screen when I'm doing this. It's in the double digits. The first number's a 1, the second one's a 7. Almost had a game pickle as the runners on first and third. Made some attempts to steal. Unfortunately, Abington's too quick on the draw. He had 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. It's the current count. It's actually kind of fun seeing if this battery is going to last the whole game. And that's an out. It's 2 outs here at the bottom of the second. The lovely, I don't know what this field's called, and I don't know, can't see the name of it, so. The softball fields at Abington on this beautiful beach day. And that's 3 outs. Quick first half of the inning for Sacred Heart, bringing us to the bottom of the second, where it is 17-0. Still. Quite the unproductive inning for Sacred Heart. They did get what potentially was their first on base of the game, which is good. But in terms of working away at closing the gap, didn't do much. Didn't do a heck of a lot, so and yeah, I don't know what we're doing. Some Drake playing In My Feelings. Still on 1 bar. Increasingly scared that it's gonna die. We'll see how far Abington get this inning. Presumably they'll get it's not like they can lose their lead when they're up at bat, I would assume, unless at some point they added negative runs, between the last time I did a softball game. But I don't think they did. Or if they did, I wasn't notified of the rule change.
Leading off the green wave, number 10, pitcher Casey Strobel.
Casey Strobel's up again. I think that's like, second? Nah, at least their 3rd time at bat so far this game. Don't remember what her last 2 at-bats ended in. That was a high one. That's a ball. And she hits one out towards left field. I don't know if that's on camera. I can't see the screen, but that's a double for Abington. Couldn't see the screen totally. A lot of glare from the sun. Griselda Burke's up next. Got even more fans in the stands and on the ground and on the junior varsity field and on the steps of the Beaver Brook, sitting in their cars. Whole community's coming out for this one today. Yeah, you gotta say something. I can't just have dead air. Hopefully it's mostly Abington, because I would hate for Sacred Heart to come out here for this. I don't even know like where Sacred Heart is, to be completely. Kingston. Oh. Okay. That'd be a rough. It's gonna be a rough drive home. Yeah. Anyway, that's a bunt. Hit the ball, apparently. That was an out. That's 1 out. Here in the bottom of the second. Mackenzie Cahill's up next.
Number 1, Mackenzie Cahill.
Here we go, Mackenzie.
It's a strike. Swung on one. Swung on one that was a little bit low. It's a strike to start off. It's a ball. It was a high one. Had nothing for that. Good thing she was wearing a helmet. I don't know. Look, another ball, I believe. To get my keys back from a camera case. Not that I don't trust these folks. Just, you know, I like to know where they are. Got distracted by the dog again. He's on his back rolling around. Very cute. Very cute dog here. Hi. That's my co-commentator right there, weighing in on the game. Hey, what do you think of the game? Insightful commentary.
Now batting for the Green Wave, number 6, Christina Williams.
Another at bat. Christine's up bat. See what she can do. Hits a grounder out towards second, and that's another out, but also potentially another run, bringing it to 18-0, maybe, if the scoreboard updates. Yeah, that's 2 outs. It's still saying 17, so I think it's still 17.
Center fielder number 2.
Now there's a lot of weird rules about like if there's a run, but there's also an out. Not an expert. That was a low one. That's a ball for the first pitch. Still checking because I don't want to mislead you guys. Too much respect for you guys to give you guys the wrong score. So I got to keep my eyes on the scoreboard. Nothing's updating. Making me look like a fool out here. I think like there's 3 balls. Potential walk coming up ahead. And that's a bunt. Still within the foul line.
Now batting for the Green Wave, shortstop number 23, Vicky Seppel.
Vicky Seppel is up next. I feel like I've said that name a lot so far. It's only the bottom of the second. 17-0, potentially 18. I don't know. Scoreboard hasn't updated anything so far, so no balls. Well, that was definitely a ball right there. Duo. Words from the wise umpire. I think like strike 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 17-0. I guess. Yeah, 17. It's 3 balls, full count. Runners on first and second. Let's bring them home. See what happens. Oh my God. And an error allows one run, allows another run in for Abington. That makes it
First baseman number 24, Jordan Needle.
makes it potentially 18, potentially 19, but scoreboard still says 17, so let's go by whatever's on the bottom right-hand corner. Oh yeah, that was a ball. I guess it's stopping at 17. It's potentially a league rule. It's 2 balls right there. Score says 17, but it's really 19. And it's another one out towards left field, bringing in another run for Abington. Officially, it's still 17-0. Unofficially, I think that brings us to 20. And Corin's up next. With runners on first and second once again. She bunts. And the bases are loaded. This battery's holding on. Kind of surprised.
Now for the green wave, number 34, Megan McCann.
Desperately hoping it makes it for at least like the next half inning or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do if it dies. Could go back and get one, but like, and it's a bunt. It's another out. End of the second inning. Still 17-0 / 20-0. Yeah, unofficially 20-0 on the scoreboard. It says 17. On your screen, it probably says whatever I felt like putting in. We'll find out. Maybe I got bored and started putting jokes there. I don't know. Maybe it's a picture of David Bowie. I don't know. Jamming out to some Will Smith between innings here. Getting jiggy with it. It's classic song. Has sipping some water there. Some smart water gonna make my brain bigger. You know, you spend thousands of dollars on college and still need to, I don't know. Didn't have an ending, didn't have a punchline for that setup, so let's kind of let it wander off into the abyss. But, yeah.
Center fielder number 7, Ariana Murphy.
Ariana Murphy, number 7 for the Saints, leading off. Here at the top of the third inning. One strike right off the bat. Been here for, ooh, it's a harsh one. I think she had the helmet there. Hope I got that on camera. It's kind of far away. I probably did. I trust myself. Anyway, she got hit in the face. She went to try to bunt, and then it, you know, as you do. An error at first allows Ariana to get a single. Hear the shock in my face, in my
First baseman, number 24,
experience there. Would have gotten you guys a better shot of that first base play, but there's a third base coach, a third base woman, a pitcher, and a first base woman in between. So even if I had like panned and zoomed, probably wouldn't have seen much. I apologize. And she hits one towards left field. It's picked up, and there's an out at second. That's the one out here at the top of the third. Christine Mason's up next. Keep playing with this XLR. It's ridiculously long, and Ariana attempted to steal second. That's an out, so that's 2 outs. 2 outs here at the top of the third. Still 20-0, but 17 if anyone asks. Maybe I shouldn't be announcing like the real score here, because I don't know, it could get someone in trouble. Hopefully not me, but someone here at the MIAA or whatever be announcing the actual amount of runs, because I don't know if there's some rule. Anyway, that's something. Scoreboard hasn't updated, and I'm not an expert on the ump's hand signals to know what's going on. And with that pop, that's a quick 3 outs for Abington at the top of the third. We're going into the bottom. It's still 20-0. I don't know what to talk about in these in-between things. You guys seen Godzilla? It's pretty good. A lot of time spent with the things that aren't the monsters. What are those called? Humans. They're kind of boring. I mean, and the fights are cool, but I don't care about like the people. Not in like a sociopathic way, but like, I just want to see, you know, Godzilla mess up Boston or something. Come on. I don't need an hour and a half of people being like, oh, I need to get my family. Nah. Get to the monster fights. Still playing dangerous games with this this battery here. Still on one bar. We might get through this. Potentially. Who knows? Who's to say? Who's to say? I make that same John Mulaney joke every time I do this. That same reference to John Mulaney. And it's still funny. Casey hits one out towards left field. Lands her on first base. It's a single. You wanna? Sorry, I'm over here playing fetch when I should be commentating, watching the game. But at a certain point, we got runners on first and nope, just second. There's one out.
Batting for the Green Wave, number 1, Mackenzie Cahill.
Mackenzie Cahill's up next, number 1 for the Green Wave. I said that first, not Sean Riley. Yeah, he's gonna stop stealing my thunder. Anyway, I feel like now's a good time to plug Abington Cam, as I try to do every game. I'm out here filming for Abington Cam. You can follow us on Twitter. That's at Abington Cam, like the town, and then CAM at the very end. Anyway, that was an out. We're on YouTube. That's also Abington Cam. You know, Abington space CAM. And that's where this video will be going, up on YouTube and up on YouTube in the boob tube television. Silver screen, they call it. I forget if that's true. But yeah, we also have a website that's abingtoncam.org. We got a Facebook that's Abington Cam. You can check us out there on any of those. You can also stop by the studio where we have productions. We're doing a show tonight for a friend of the station, Dan Brillman. It's playing guitar, writing songs, and where he interviews some of his friends who are doing largely environmental activism or just people he knows that are interesting. It's a fun time. It's on YouTube. You can check it out there. It's on our channel. Highly recommend it. Not just because I'm involved in the production, but also because it's legitimately an interesting show. And not because I'm paid by Abington Cam, but, you know, it certainly helps. I'd recommend it even if I wasn't. You can follow us for our continuing coverage of both boys baseball and girls softball playoffs this tournament, assuming Abington continues to be in them, which, I mean, we're at least going to get another round of each. So that's cool. You can also check out Crosscheck Radio. They've been filming in our studio. It's a cool little podcast / radio show / now TV show where they discuss hockey and mental health. Like mental health and substance abuse and living sober. It's really interesting. First episode we had Derek Sanders on, an old Bruins player. I feel bad, but I don't remember what the guest of the most recent one was. But it's pretty interesting stuff. So go check it out. Should be on our YouTube. Should be on Crosscheck's YouTube. It's part of an organization called Power Forward. This is what we do, cross-promotion, vertical integration. I've been watching 30 Rock. I know about this stuff. And we're back at the top of the fourth, bottom of the third. I don't know. Scoreboard still says third. Emma Barnes is leading us off for whatever inning this is going to be. I'll keep you guys updated for more breaking news here at the softball game. Yeah, like I said, we'll continue coverage of the tournaments for presumably as long as Abington's in it. Maybe even after they're not. We even might cover a few. I don't want to promise anything because I'm not in charge of that. My boss Justin is, so if you got a bone to pick it with him. Or don't. It's pretty cool, so I don't recommend picking a bone with him. That's an out. A grounder towards shortstop leads to an out.
Elizabeth Hearn.
Way, second baseman Elizabeth Erm came up. There we go, top of the fourth. Scoreboard has updated, so should your screen. And that's a strike. Some people in a Jeep driving by celebrating. Celebrating either this game or the baseball win yesterday, but certainly not the Bruins game last night. That was a rough one. I think the Bruins can make a comeback. I think they got it. I got faith in them. It's a little bit disappointed they didn't win when we had the home advantage, the home ice advantage last night, and that's another out at first. But you know, that's 2 outs for the top of the fourth.
Now batting for the Saints, the right fielder, number 17, Lauren Hanna.
Ready? Oh. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
I just don't want her to run on the field.
Playing catch with my co-commentator there for a bit. It's been pretty quiet this game, but valuable discussion when he weighs in.
No, not that way, this way. And this way.
And that's it towards the pitcher's mound. Picked up by the shortstop. Unfortunately, well, fortunately if you're Sacred Heart, unfortunately if you're Abington, made it to first before the ball did. So that's cool. It's nice and sunny out. Feeling my skin burn because I'm Irish, so I don't tan. I just end up looking like a lobster after like an hour in the sun. I guess a vampire is more accurate to how I react to the sun, because I just burn up. Anyway, we got runners on first and second. Yeah, it's a beautiful day to be outside doing anything, really. I mean, I'd be fine just chilling at home on my back deck, reading. I don't know, reading like Saul Alinsky or something. And runner stole second and third. Nearly out. A valiant effort by Abington, but yeah. Anyway, like I said, it's just a beautiful day to exist outside. Go skateboarding or something. I have a skateboard. I never learned how to ride it. This is never too late to start, but it's also kind of like a junky skateboard. It's like $20 at Target, so probably not the best idea to learn to ride on that. Anyway, while you guys are out here looking at the softball field, the real show's over here with this dog crawling under the bleachers looking for a softball. It's where the real TV is. The real good content. Fortunately, I'm obligated to film this game as the third out is scored, which brings us to the bottom of the fourth.
I would like to welcome back 3 members of last year's 2018 state championship Abington Green Wave softball team. Welcome back, players and graduates Jenna McDonough, Caitlin Murphy, and Willie O'Neill. Thank you for supporting Abington Green Wave High School softball. And Molly Glynn's here too.
I don't know if that got picked up on the mic. We had some alumni show up to the game. I got a warm welcome from Sean Riley, friend of the station, but my rival. I don't think it's reciprocated. Anyway, let me, once I get a second, I'll, maybe not. Maybe my co-commentator wants to hide for the rest of the game. Not appear on camera. This battery's still going strong, folks. A little bit amazed. It's tasty water. Some delicious water right there. Sorry if you're hearing that. That was jamming my fingernail into the microphone because I am not a smart man. I wonder if I could jump rope with this XLR cable. Probably could, but I don't. It's hooked up to a lot of equipment that I don't really have the money to pay for if it gets broken, so I'm just not gonna do it. I mean, maybe you could do double dutch if I backed up far enough and started swinging the microphone. I ain't gotta worry about the camera falling over, because you only got so much length of this cord. But yeah, I'm desperately trying to get footage of this dog, but he's hiding. So I guess that'll be a secret that only I will know, and that you folks in TV land will have to imagine. Use your imagination. Anyway, Lauren Kelleher's up for the bottom of the fourth. So worm burner for a ball as it's 20-0. 17 to nothing. Dead ball. She was out of the box. So I guess that's an out.
Now batting the shortstop, number 23, Vicky Cephala.
I don't know how much of this game is being played in accordance with the rules at this point, because I don't know the rules, so it probably is. So MIAA, if you're watching this, don't get anyone in trouble. Anyway, there's some hugs going on out in the infield. I'm not positive as to why. I think someone's going home. Your guess is as good as mine as to what that was. Oh my God, she knocks one out towards center field. It's right up against the fence. Just takes a single though. Easily could have gone for a double. Decided to play it safe. Stay at first, so we got a runner on first.
Now batting first base, number 24, Jordan Needles.
Jordan Needles up again. Guys, this dog's so cute. It's a shame you can't see him because I have to film this baseball game, but... And that's an out at first. It's 2 outs for the top of the bottom of the fourth. Or one.
Number 5, Corin Mahan.
Corin's up next. Corin Mahan. Looks like it's 1 out. I don't know. I think it's just total anarchy at this point. Scoreboard's not updating. Dogs running wild in the streets. It's utter chaos.
Number 34,
Gangs roaming the streets looking for, I don't know. It's like the Warriors out here. And that's 3 outs. Brings us to the top of the 5th. I'm going to go ahead and move my camera so you guys can see this dog. And go ahead and play some fetch for them. Because, this is where this is primo TV right here. This is the stuff you pay to see. Yeah, that's my co-commentator right there. So cute, just doing what he does best. Commentating on softball games. Anyway, let me fix that shot so that we can get back to the stuff in between dogs. The stuff in between the cool shots of dogs, the softball game. Little Mambo number 5 remix, it sounds like. Whatever happened to Mambos 1 through 4? I wonder what those sound like. The world may never know what the Mambo's number.
The Abington Greenway boys baseball team will play in the quarterfinals of the Division 4 South MIA playoffs this Monday at home, 3 p.m. versus the Monomoy Sharks. Greenway baseball on Monday at 3 o'clock versus Monomoy here at Tom Graham Diamond.
In case I didn't pick up, we got boys baseball over here. Quarterfinals for the playoffs against Monomoy, 3 p.m. Monday. This should go up before then, so come on out to see it. It'll be a good game, presumably. And that's a catch, first out for the top of the 5th here at the softball fields. I don't know, I know these fields have a name, but off the top of my head I can't remember it. Remember having to mow these fields when I worked at the DPW. Wasn't fun. I mean, the job itself was alright, but mowing was alright because you could just turn off your brain, listen to some music, just drive a mower around. It wasn't fun when it was like 100 degrees though. And we're there in like, pants, heavy jeans and whatnot because we work with machinery. 2 outs. It's another out at first. A lot of pressure for this batter. Still 17-0 or 20-0 if you want the unofficial score. And another catch. It's 3 outs. Completing the 5th inning, and I believe the game, completing the top of the 5th, and thus the game.
Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock right here at Cary Field against Coyle and Cassidy, who just defeated Norfolk Aggie. Greenway girls softball Sunday at 1 p.m. here in Abington. Boys baseball Monday at 3 p.m. here in Abington. Congratulations to all the coaches, teams, players, and fans.
Congratulations to Abington. They'll be playing here Sunday at 1 o'clock. I don't remember the team's name that they're playing against. They just won, so congratulations. Boys baseball at 3 o'clock on Monday, also here in Abington. I don't know when the next Bruins game is, but it's probably soon. Yeah, I've been your host, Chris Burgess, for Abington Cam. On another lovely afternoon doing commentary for softball. Have a good one, folks. Have a good weekend.